wait a minute, this isn't going to work. What do you mean? Because you were in Iceland 2 years ago and you look exactly the same. Now stop the hairdryer. Stop the sound effects. Get rid of the background. Sorry about that. So anyway, welcome to my channel, Ollie JHN. And this was my trip to Iceland when I went 2 years ago. Okay, so let's launch this. This is the second in my series, My Trip To, and this is Iceland. And this is the views you get outside the coach window. Very empty, very rocky, grassy, mossy. It's very weird. It almost feels like you're in Mars. So here are the geothermal pools, and this is where you can actually decide to sit and swim in these lovely hot pools, which are heated by the geothermal energy under the Earth's crust. And as you can see, they have this really weird colour full of sulphur, and it does stink of egg there. These are the mountains you get, and you see them everywhere you go in Iceland. They're always in the background with the snow on the top, and they look absolutely lovely. They contrast the flat land with nothing on. And as you just saw there, that was a geothermal power station. And here it is. You can see the gas coming up, and villages actually built around these energy pools. This is a glacial river, and you can see it is very different in colour. The blue part through the middle, and that water is all from melting glaciers. And again, here's the mountains with the clouds over in the background. What a lovely view. So this is Tabletop Mountain. To quickly sum it up, basically a volcano erupts under a glacier. The ice leaves it with steep sides and a flat top. So that is all igneous rock, and there's another one there. So this was my first waterfall I ever saw, and I did get a bit carried away with taking loads and loads of pictures, but it's an amazing sight for the first time, and you see them everywhere in Iceland. And this one, even little ones like that, just flowing down the rocks, is an amazing sight. There's a house just built on top of one, as you do. And this picture I thought almost looked like a car advertisement. This is Skogafoss. I might have not pronounced that right, but it is a big 60-metre drop waterfall, and a lot of water flowing off the top. And here you can see the mist you get from it just flying onto the lens, and you get to go up some steps and actually climb to the top of this. And look at this, you can see the water pouring off the top. You get a lovely view from the top down to the bottom, that's 60-metre height. Okay, this, I'm not going to bother pronouncing it, is a glacier, and you can see the size of it here. But what I'm going to show you in a second is a picture to show you the size. So here are some people, and we're going to zoom into them, and you can see the absolute hugeness of this glacier, and it goes on for absolute miles and miles. So we decided to walk on the glacier, and by the way, all the black stuff is ash, and that comes from the volcanoes in the distance. And you get these lovely ice, almost sculptures in the glacier, curves and holes where the water carves its way through and the ice starts to melt. Look at that, for example. And here's a crevasse, very dangerous when you're walking through glaciers. You don't want to fall down one of those. So you can see at the end of the glacier, the water melts, leaving small little icebergs. These are the Iceland coast, and you can see the black sand, which is ash from volcanoes. It's where lava hits the water, rapidly cools and creates ash. And you get these lovely rock forms, the igneous rock, which has been carved away by the very rough seas. And look at that, for an example, the cube tall almost landscape. So this is Seljalandsfoss, maybe, and this is also a 60-metre drop. And listen to that. That is what you get when you arrive at these waterfalls. Lots of noise, lots of mist, but an amazing sight. And that one you can actually walk behind, as you can see here, and it's just something completely different. So next we get on these big 8-wheeled each side vehicles, 16 wheels in total, and they take us over this lovely landscape, and they're going to take us to that volcano that no one could pronounce. I'm going to try. It's Eyjafjallajökull, maybe. And this is the glacier on the back of it, and you can see that's flowing down to the side of it. And here again, all of the ash created by this volcano, making a black landscape full of this black ash all around the white glacier. to contrast it. And then on the way back, we had to get back to the vehicles, and it was hell. As you can see, water running through rocks. So to get up to the glacier, it is a nightmare. Very slippery, very rocky, a bit deadly, to be honest. And you can see these 16-wheeled vehicles going through the river. This is where Game of Thrones is filmed, one of the areas anyway. But there's many films filmed here, including Lara Croft, James Bond, Batman, Prometheus, and Game of Thrones. This is a caldera called Kuro, or Kuro, however you want to pronounce it. And this is basically where a volcano erupts all its magma, and the magma chamber collapses inwards. And as you can see, it fills with water. This is Gullfoss, the biggest, I believe, waterfall in Iceland, with, in the winter, 140 cubic meters per second dropped off the edge of that waterfall. And it's an amazing sight, mist covering everywhere. And here's that geothermal activity again. Icelanders really do make the most of it. And here's some geysers created from that. This is the main one, the most famous one, called Geyser. And you can see here it erupting. And that is a once-in-a-lifetime sight. It's absolutely amazing. There's a still image of it there. And you get these lovely blue colours also in the water. So this is all about the plate margins, where the North American plate and the Eurasian plate are separating at that margin. And you can see here in a second, you do get lovely views like so, and the water, little waterfall there flowing through. You can see the two plates. You have the North American and the Eurasian separating apart by roughly 2 centimetres a year. And it's one of the only places on Earth you can actually be above land and see that. Usually they're under the water. So that there is a constructive margin. And this was our final day up on top of some water tanks in the middle of Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland. And you can see these lovely views, including the church or cathedral, and the sea in the background, the mountains in the background. And here again, the geothermal activity being made the most of by a geothermal power station. And one more time, there are the two plates separating just before they meet the sea. So that was my trip to Iceland in 2014. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and if you did like it, then please do give it a like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, then please do subscribe, and you can now do that by clicking the logo in the right hand corner there, and subscribe if you haven't yet already, where you can see more videos like this one, including photography, vlogs, and even cooking now. So thank you so much for watching. Also, if you want to comment below on any questions you have to ask me, any experiences that you've had with Iceland, or anything really you want to say, then please do comment below as well, and I will try and get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Ollie JHN. Thank you so much. Thank you.